Inflation, tariffs, the cost of living in Silicon Valley. Has it got you down? Well, let's try and cheer you up a little bit with this one. Inflation trends and new tariffs. Let's break it down here. Are you feeling the squeeze? Housing, groceries, and even tech salaries, everything is changing in Silicon Valley, but why? Let's break it down. Inflation has raised the cost of goods and services across the Bay Area. Tariffs on imports, electronics, construction materials, food. This all means higher costs for businesses and consumers. When you're looking at the housing and you're looking at the mortgage, higher inflation equals higher mortgage rates and less buying power. Now, what's happening with the higher inflation? We have higher inflation and builders are going to face higher construction costs due to expensive materials. That's going to happen, and that has been happening. And the rest of the prices have increased as well, pushing middle-class families to move further away some. However, when we're looking at things in this current time where the tariffs are creating a rift in the stock market, this can actually have a positive effect on interest rates. And having a positive effect on interest rates, while it doesn't spin as a positive for everybody, with that said, sometimes we can find opportunities. But before we get there, let's talk about how there are some tech salaries that have plateaued. Inflation eats into earnings, and so tech salaries have plateaued. Layoffs and hiring freezes have made it harder to negotiate higher pay. Remote work trends have led many to leave Silicon Valley for lower cost states. Thinking about relocating to the Silicon Valley? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it down below. From top employers to best hospitals and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is that this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a lot of woes, right? Let's see if we can find some positive here. Small businesses and retail prices. Tariffs increase the cost of imported products like electronics, cars, and food. Small businesses face higher rent, utilities, and wages, forcing price hikes. Bay Area groceries and essentials are already among the most expensive in the USA. What does that mean for us? What that means is that there are going to be less buyers right now. Less buyers in the spring season is actually a positive for anybody who's a serious buyer. It gives you more negotiating power. It gives you the ability to not stand in line behind 20 other people to make an offer. I've seen this happen a few times, just a few, over the past 24 years that I've been in the business. We'll have a little bit of a shortcut where buyers have the opportunity to purchase without a huge line in front of them and without making multiple offers, without beating all the multiple offers. Now, as a seller, does that mean that the prices are going to tank? No, it doesn't. In fact, if we do go into a recession, 7 out of the last 9 recessions have actually brought the price of houses up. So a shifting market does create opportunity for savvy sellers and savvy buyers. Just because we're feeling a crunch doesn't mean that it's time to throw in the towel and say, I'm not interested in buying or I'm not interested in selling. It actually means that this is a great time and a great opportunity because there still are good buyers who have a good down payment, who are willing to pay the price that Silicon Valley brings to them. And there's also still savvy sellers who are in a position where it's time to sell. New home construction is evolving, and while the cost of home construction might go up, it's a matter of time before the home values in those new construction buildings come up as well, because they're already there. We live in the Silicon Valley, and the Silicon Valley continues to be one of the most expensive areas in the US. Home prices continue to rise year over year, and examining how they have performed reveals some interesting seasonal trends. There's no reason to time the market. When it's time to sell, it's time to sell. When it's time to buy, it's time to buy. Recent data from Case-Shiller illustrates that home prices tend to rise at a faster level during the spring, followed by a pullback later in the year. It tends to be for us that things do slow down a little bit around the holidays, and it depends on how the market is, but they tend to continue fairly even keel throughout the year. But in the spring, they do tend to pop up. Sometimes they'll pop up at the beginning of the year. And even so, if you purchase a home during a peak month like June, prices still appreciated 12 months later. So is there a seasonal buying opportunity? It appears that purchasing a home in March or April can provide an advantage in gaining maximum home price appreciation and wealth creation. Hey guys, it's Sam Spinella. As much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US make the move here to Silicon Valley. I've helped countless families make that move. So whether you're coming out next week, next month, or next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you miss it on the screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Silicon Valley. And what happens if we go into a recession? With a recession, what that means for the housing market, mortgage rates fell during the last 6 recessions. And so what does that mean if you have a home or if you're looking to purchase? If you're looking to purchase, there was 4 recessions, 4 out of the last 6 recessions, the housing market actually went up. Homes actually appreciated 4 out of the 6 recessions. 1991 and 2008 were the only recessions that the homes did not appreciate. And they appreciated by quite a bit, might I add. In 2020, there was a recession and it appreciated by 6%. In 2001, there was a recession, increased by 6.6%. In 1981, by 3.5%, and 1980, 6.1%. So the benefit here is that there may not be as many buyers, but the value of the home is going to go up. Over time, that's what's going to happen, and it happens over and over again. And sometimes it's frustrating because it might feel like, you know what, things are going to be different this time. Every single time, that's what people think. And people who purchase during the times that things are tough are the ones who end up with the most equity at the end of it. I'm always here and happy to help. Please like, subscribe. Please feel free to reach out. Please let me know your thoughts as well. Talk to you soon.